My name is Etimbuk Imuk. I'm 25 years from Akwa Ibom, Ikot Ekpene local government.
Okay, so let's meet you. Tell us your name, your age, where you're from, and your local government.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Etimbuk Imuk.
Okay.
I need to take it
slowly
at a time.
Yeah.
So my name is Etimbuk Imuk. I'm 25 years from Akwa Ibom, Ikot Ekpene local government.
Okay,
area.
I'm actually from Akwa Ibom.
Really?
Yeah, I know I do not look it, but then I am from Akwa Ibom.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what do you do?
Okay, without paparazzi, I'm a farmer. Then with paparazzi, an agri-consultant.
Okay.
Meaning I just don't want to farm alone. I just don't want to get it right alone. I also teach other people who are interested in farming to farm the right way. So basically that's it.
Okay, what inspired you to go into farming and that line of business?
Oh, okay. I would say from the first time I didn't set out to go into farming.
Okay.
Although I have a farming background, my father is a farmer, my uncle is a farmer, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. But amidst life struggles, I realized that, you know, the place we're staying at the time, the company that housed or employed a good number of the persons over there crashed, and I saw how our farm sustained us. You know, children had to drop out of school, you know, the hunger and all of that, but we never experienced any of those because our farm foots the bills. In fact, I never knew how much Gary or all the other staple foods were being sold because we got all those from our farms. And then, okay, a whole lot of things happened. I found myself studying agric, but I didn't take it serious, not until my aunt, who had finished school for over 5 years, still searching for a job without any luck. When hearing I got admission to study agric, she called and said, well, if you're actually studying agric, I want you to give it your best, because that is what is putting food on my table presently. Okay. And I'm like, wow, that is someone who studied psychology, and presently she's telling me farming is what puts food on her table. So, and then
you became more interested.
You know, remembering how it foots the bills at home, and then my aunt saying this, so it just grew the zeal and interest in me. And then I put in my best in school. Since I already had a farming background, it really
So you feel like your background is one of the reasons why you chose this path?
Yes. And then again, I dreaded unemployment. So having to see people around me, my aunt being one of them, you know, finishing from school and, you know, not really getting the jobs are not forthcoming. So what is it I can do that won't just provide employment for myself, but also extend a hand to other people to help them also earn a decent living? And that is what agriculture does.
Okay. So tell us, give us a breakdown of your business. Tell us more about your business. I want to know what you do, how you do what you do, and how you can help me, maybe.
Okay, I think you're doing great.
But I still want to know what you do. I just might be interested, you never know.
Yes, okay, so I actually have 2 businesses.
Okay.
The first one is Agro Innovation Business Hub. Now, an Agro Innovation Business Hub was born out of my desire to help other people get it right. You know, I think 2015 or 2014, when the call came that everybody go back to farm, so people were rushing into agriculture, a lot of incentives, but the story ended the sad way. A lot of people got their fingers burnt because they don't have a lot of info, they don't have the knowledge enough to pull through. So I decided, okay, I don't just have to end up being a farmer. It would make more sense if I teach other people So that's what Grow Innovation does. I train people.
So you can train me
exactly.
on how to be
a good, and the idea is you don't even have to do it the way our forefathers did. You know when you see a farmer, you're like, looking dirty, you know, poor, wretched, and all of that.
You can be a
you know, yeah, I'm a farmer.
I know.
So that is the idea behind our Grow Innovation, and we've had a lot of trainings. We've helped a lot of people start their farms.
Okay, so if I want to start my farm, how do I?
So when I say farm, I don't mean a bush. You need to have 1 acre, 1 plot, even from your compound. For instance, you can farm snail right from your compound.
Yeah, right.
You just need to construct a little locker. Whatever space you have, you could start small and then grow. Same thing with mushrooms. So that brings me to the second business I do, which is Eti Farms Global. We're now in an era where people are eating healthy. They're embracing the healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So being that I have a background also with mushrooms,
can you tell us about that background? We want to know.
Okay, so growing up, I had a health challenge. I was asthmatic, so the drugs were not so good with me, and then the inhaler, you know, anytime I take my drugs, I was always quaking and all of that. So in search for an alternative, the doctor told my mom if they could incorporate mushrooms into my meals. And though it wasn't very forthcoming, but we found our way around it. You know, mushrooms grow on trees back then in the village or on the farm, so it grows on decaying wood. So we're able to incorporate it into my meal, and then 7 years later, we just realized I haven't had an attack up to date.
Hallelujah!
So, good. So and you know, mushroom is not something readily available. You can't just walk into a grocery store and ask for mushrooms. You know, so that inspired me to also help people. It doesn't just have to be you are asthmatic or you have any health challenge. Mushroom is very proteinous. Is a good source of plant protein.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, you have? Do you eat pizza?
Well, not exactly.
Okay. So it's used in making pizza. A lot of health supplements that we take, that is drugs, vitamins, minerals, and all of that. It contains mushrooms, so they're extremely healthy. So even for a lady who is battling with obesity, for a man who is looking for alternative sources of protein as against the usual red meat, for someone who just wants a healthy lifestyle, mushroom is the place to be. So I decided, okay, I had to go and study on how to grow mushrooms. I learned from Firo here in Oshodi, and then I decided to start my farm. And not forgetting the fact that I also wanted something which would bring in a day-to-day income into my business. You know, I told you the first business I do is based on trainings and setting up farms. So it doesn't come on a regular. So as a business person, I have to look at something that brings in money on a daily basis. So I'm looking at helping people eat healthy and then making sure the funds keep coming in.
So for how has that been? Have you been able to get your daily income and still, you know, pass on the good health?
Oh, definitely, yes. So it is an emerging market. I always say it is an emerging market. It's not something we're so used to, although some of us remember eating. Maybe if you grew up with your grandmom, there are some of us whose grandmother's pot of soup was never complete without mushrooms. And
I can't relate.
Yes, but there's some of us who grew up that way. But for those who don't even have a background with mushrooms, there's always a first time. So I've had to even go to a client's place to prepare mushrooms with a meal for her to help her know how to make it. And presently she's a client on subscription.
Wow.
So that is it's slow, yes, but knowing that I'm on course, I'm helping people eat healthy, take care of
your plan.
So it's an investment. It's an investment. We're taking a step at a time, but we know definitely the news will go round as we progress.
Okay, so what have the challenges? Of course, as a business person, there are a lot of challenges you would face. What are the challenges you faced while growing this business?
Okay, growing this business, the one I've mentioned is an emerging market.
Yeah.
So you would have a lot of persons, just like you say,
Yeah.
you can't remember, or you've not had mushrooms before. So we have a large percentage of Nigerians who feel they do not know much about mushrooms, and then even the ones who know are skeptical because, okay, we're never used to mushrooms being grown.
Yeah.
We're used to seeing it in the bush. And then aside that,
And in dirty places actually.
okay, and then aside that, we have a lot of poisonous varieties. So not all mushrooms are edible. In fact, I think we have more poisonous varieties than
the edible ones.
varieties. So that keeps people skeptical. I think during the Eloy conference, one of the judges said she doesn't eat mushrooms in Nigeria except when she's out of the country. So that tells you even those who know are being skeptical, okay, I don't want to eat a poisonous variety. So letting people know we're not just getting this from the wild, we are growing it ourselves is one aspect. And then also convincing those who have never actually eaten mushrooms to give it a try, it's another thing. But I believe consistency is the key. So with consistency and, you know, what you see every day, even if you don't know, what you see every day, before you know, begins to come to top of mind for you. And one day you'll just say, oh, let me just give it a try. So most of the people who even buy from us are those who have not eaten it before. But with consistency and then telling them of the health benefits, they've decided to give it a try. So that is a challenge. And then, of course, marketing.